Guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. How you guys doing? Did you pull any shards for this 10 times event? You guys know how it is. 10 times events, I would encourage you guys to save your shards for a double chance opening event unless you have one champion who you really consider to be a difference maker on your account. Now today, that is kind of the case. Well, it is the case with me. Well, I guess kind of for a different reason. I really want to do a champion spotlight on two of these champions that I don't have. And one is Ursula the Mourner. Now, I think that people are sleeping on Ursula the Mourner overall. She's a very, very good champion with one of the best revivals in the game. Revives all dead allies with 75% HP, fills their turn meters by 50%, then places increased defense and also a strengthened buff on not just the revived, but all allies for 3 turns. That's not a 5-turn cooldown on Requiem. Also has speed and doom towers by 24%, has an AoE decrease attack on the A2 on a 3-turn cooldown, and on the A1 has a 55% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 10%. So overall, I really do think that Ursula is one of the better support champions added to the game in quite a while. Another champion, I did a full guide on Ugo, who I think is a real game changer, one of the best epic champions in the game, in my opinion. I also did a champion guide on Vogoth, who is not as good as Ugo in my opinion, but still way better than like Borgoth. Is that Borgoth, the Malformed? I think way better than that champion in terms of a passive healer. So solid champion. And then I did a champion guide on Chancellor Yasmin, who has a lot of potential with a 2-turn cooldown, strong heal, and Lulling Chant should be a good ability, but her AI is absolutely broken right now. I would advise you guys not build her until they fix her AI. She shouldn't be leading off with that A3. Check out my guide if you want to see more on that. But I do want Armina as well. Armina to me seems like an incredibly good champion. Do any of you guys have Armina? Man, the thick girl, I like it, I like her. On the A1 has a stun on the at 45% chance, not bad at all. On the A2, an AoE decreased defense, 3-turn cooldown, 100%. Also, steals 7.5% of the turn meter from targets under decreased defense debuffs. I like that extra steal turn meter built into the A2 in Trampling Rampage. On A3, decreases the turn meter of all enemies by 20% on a 3-turn cooldown. Solid, has 100% chance when booked of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn on enemies who have their turn meter fully depleted. I think that honestly, I mean, an AoE stun on a 3-turn cooldown, AoE decreased defense with steal turn meter, with a stun on the A1 at a high clip. Correct me if I'm wrong, and look, we're not even done yet. Fills his champion's turn meter by 10% each time an enemy receives a stun debuff. Imagine her and Scylla the Drakes in a tandem guide. She's my #1 most wanted champion on today's video, guys. Armina, even above the legendary champions. I think she is a tremendous, tremendous champion. All right, so the legendaries. We have Roxum. He has a long kit. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I want to get to the pull here. But he has a Perfect Veil on the A1. On the A2 has a stun on 1 enemy. Okay, with a Perfect Veil on himself, depending on, you guys can read. Pause and read. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. An AoE attack on a 4-turn cooldown with decreased defense and a weaken, but it is dependent on stuff as well. And then has a Chameleon. He looks like a chameleon, I gotta say. Let's stop talking about this kit. I think that overall he's kind of like a C+, B- champion. That's kind of my take. Obviously, I haven't tried him out yet, though. But I have to say, aesthetically, both these legendaries are unbelievable. I mean, the artist absolutely destroyed these new batch of champions. Like, this is a really, really cool looking champion. And then King Garog, look at this, dude. Look at his weapons. My God, the attention to detail. King Nipple Ring himself. Wow, they slayed it with these graphics. I gotta say, man, insane stuff. Sadly, this champion, the story of him is this Gore Maker, which should be his big, hard-hitting ability. Ignores 20% of target's defense, will ignore a further 5% of defense for each buff on the target. Unfortunately, it doesn't have crazy multipliers. So his overall usage is kind of mitigated, maybe a B overall champion. So let's go ahead, and I don't want gems. Thank you, Plarium. Let's go ahead and open up all my shards and see what we can get today. All I really care about, honestly, all I really care about is Armina. We'll see. Here we go. And again, I think I already asked you guys this, but Did you pull any of these champions? If so, you know, who's your favorite? How would you kind of tier Chancellor Yasmin? Boo. Boo. How would you kind of tier these out? Necro Hunter. Come on, man. You're not a times 10. Get out of here, Necro Hunter. He was one of my top 10 worst epics, I think. If not, he was borderline. All right. So, Ugo. Ugo again. Ugo, you sexy beast. Let me make myself a little bit smaller here. That way you can see in the corner. And 20 down. What do we have? About, I don't know, 80-ish to go. Got plenty of time here. Plenty of time. There, Torture Helm. I love when you don't pull at times 10. You're like, what the heck is going on here? All right, we got a Ugo. We got a Chancellor Yasmin, the two that I already have and I already did guides on. We'll get a Vogoth next, I'm sure. Give me the Armina. I really want to, if I get Armina, expect a guide in the next couple days. It's going to be like an automatic use all my resources to, okay. We get a Roxem. So we get the you know, I mean, hey, we get the legendary. Pretty cool. I'm going to build him. You know what? Screw it. Let's go ahead and actually read the kit and stop pretending we're reading it. So on the A1, 50% chance of filling this champion's turn meter by 10%. Also has a 50% chance of placing a perfect Veil buff on this champion for 1 turn if the attack is critical. That can be booked up to 60. Look at all the books. Attacks 1 enemy on Jungle Ambush on a 3-turn cooldown. Attacks 1 enemy, fills this champion's turn meter by 50%. Has a 75, make it 100% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn when attacking under a Veil or perfect Veil. Has a 100% chance of placing a sleep debuff on the target for 1 turn when attacking without a Veil or perfect Veil. Places a perfect Veil buff on this champion for 2 turns after attacking without a Veil or perfect Veil. Okay. Flicker Step. While under Veil or perfect Veil, attacks all enemies. Has a 100% chance when booked on a 4-turn cooldown of placing a decreased defense and a weakened debuff. Decreases the cooldown of Jungle Ambush skill by 2 turns. Okay, so it does land the decreased defense and the weakened, albeit on a 4-turn cooldown for only 2 turns. While not under a Veil or perfect Veil, attacks 1 enemy, not all enemies, has a 100% chance of placing a decreased defense and a weakened debuff for 2 turns, and places a perfect Veil on the champion for 2 turns after attacking. And then places a block damage and a strengthened buff on this champion for 1 turn and a continuous heal buff for 2 turns whenever they receive a Veil or perfect Veil. I don't really like him. What do you guys think? I mean, he's cool, don't get me wrong, but he is, you know, I'm going to say C+, a C champion, now that I kind of read it all. I don't like this is 1 enemy, you know. I would almost rather have it be an AoE attack, or even if it was exactly the same, but if it was for 3 turns, or if it was on a 3-turn cooldown when booked, then I would like him so much more. But he's not a consistent debuffer for me, you know, for a legendary champion. What do you guys think? Am I crazy? I'm still going to build him, and I'll do a guide if you guys want me to. Let me know in the comments, but I don't know. I'd still rather Armina. Call me crazy. Go ahead. He's cool because he can keep himself alive, like, you know, with that passive is really, really cool. Love the synergy of the passive there, but, you know, he's keeping himself alive. Okay, awesome. So we have 8. Let's go ahead and pull these voids right now. I have 8 spots till I have to make room, so, yeah, I'm kind of, I'm 50-50 on even doing a guide on that champion, you know? Let me know if any of you guys unlocked him and what you think. So Hera specs. We get we're just looking for 1 epic, and it's probably going to be Ursula, right? Let's go ahead and keep our fingers crossed here. Bellower, 9 left. Have to make room in after a few pulls here, but yeah, at least we got Roxem. That's pretty cool. He's a cool looking champion. I'm kind of curious to see what his skills look like. I haven't seen a guide on that champion. I don't know if anybody's put one out at the time of this recording, but it's probably going to go live a day or 2 actually after I pull them. So let's see what we got here. So I think only 1 or 2 more shards till I have to cut, make some room, and then we will go ahead and come back at you guys. Khazard, and okay, be right back. All right, guys, here we go. Another 10 on the Ancients. Let's see what we get here. So, Fortress Goon, a bunch of rares. Nothing too exciting there. All right, nothing there, nothing at all. Oof. I am not pulling, by the way, any shards at all here. Drake. I'm not pulling any shards here at all on my free-to-play account during the times 10 event. I just don't think it's worth the gamble on my 100% free-to-play, right? Because if I get all rares, I'm going to be so pissed. So, Here we go. Come on, Armina. Come on. You know, it feels like you pull like the last time I did a shard opening, I feel like I pulled like 8 epics in a row. Not really. It was like 5 in a row though. And now we're getting a bunch of rares. 20 rares in a row here. All right, there we go. There we go. I've never gotten so excited over an epic. Armina, come to daddy. She's going to be the next champion guide that we do here on the channel. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see how much time I can carve out to max her out and whatnot. And try her out, you know. I don't like to just max a champion and then boom, make a guide immediately. I like to at least spend a couple hours trying her with various teams and, you know, whatever. So no legendaries. We don't care about that at all. Okay, we have 6, 3, and 5 left. What the heck? Let's go ahead and open them. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back, and here we go. 6 Ancients, 5 Voids, and 3 Sacreds. What I'm going to do is post... I'll post one of those Sacreds on my Game On account. I'll put it in the pinned comment for you guys if you want to check that out. There we go. Old Hermit Jorg. I heard a lot of you guys are a big fan of him. I already pulled him in a previous video. Haven't decided if I want to do a guide on him though. I feel like there's already he's a pretty... this is not a knock on him at all, but he's a pretty simplistic champion. I think he's pretty easy to gear out too, and I have seen a couple other guides on YouTube that are pretty, you know, well done. So I'm not sure what I can add to the, you know, to the conversation there, but if you guys really want to see him built as well, happy to do so. But of course, Armina will be coming first. So here we go, 5 Voids. Can I get Ursula? Can we get Ursula? Okay. Gala long braids. I saw the purple and I got a little excited. Wasn't the case though, wasn't the case. Panthera, all right. Who we got next? It's gonna be another blue. Save the blues, we got 2 left. Give me Ursula, give me that Ursula. Okay. I'll take a Hegemon too, you know, why not, right? Why not? Still don't have him, by the way. All right. Here we go, Ragemonger, there we go. 3 Sacreds, gonna open 2. 1 will be in the pinned comment, Game On account, check it out, guys. We're getting a bunch of the other raid creators. There he is, Vogoth. Getting a bunch of the other raid creators on board too as Game On partners, so expect a lot more content, not just yours truly there. So there we go. I mean, that's going to do it for the video, guys. We ended up pulling exactly what we wanted. We got Roxem and we got Armina. Let me know, guys, what you think about those 2 champions. Do you want to see a Roxem guide as well? Again, let me know in the comments below and let me know who you pulled if you did pull any shards here on this 10 times event. Again, perfect time to go ahead and check out the Amazon Game On last Sacred Shard pull. Maybe I'll throw in a bonus shard or 2 in there for you guys as well. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.